Dear friends, acquaintances, venerable members of the Sangha, Chimi, it's such a joy to have you all here together tonight to say hello and to welcome Amala with us tonight. It's a huge privilege for us, a great joy, and I think also for all of us gathered here together. And it just shows what can be done by people with real determination and real love for those they care about. And we said earlier on when we were talking, it doesn't require a great deal of money. What it requires is love and care for those who are close to you and for those who will ultimately grow up and become members of the community. But it's that foundation of love that actually creates the human being. It's not the money you put into it or necessarily the cognitive skills, but it is the love and what love brings with it, which is the discipline and the order, the internal order, the external order. And you know, you've been such an example of that with your schools, and you've contributed so much to the Tibetan diaspora. And it's just a great joy and a great pleasure that we're all here together tonight. Just to welcome you.
Yes,
and what you might want to say is just a few words.
Dr. Desmond and all of you who are here today, I'm really very happy to be with you all. And also, this is the first time I've come to the Buddhist Society in England. And it's wonderful to hear that this is one of the oldest Buddhist organization, and that it was started in 1924, and that His Holiness is the patron. We are very happy to hear of this. But I was introduced to your Buddhist Society when I was a teenager in school, in Loreto Convent, which was a Catholic school. And there weren't many, Buddhist books to read. But I used to get the Middle Way. And my brother used to get it every, I think it was a quarterly, yes? 4 issues in a year. He used to receive them. So my first introduction to Buddhism is through the Middle Way. When I was a teenager in a convent school which was run by Catholic Irish nuns in Darjeeling. So, you know, the nuns, of course, they're all Catholics and they're very strict and everything, but at the same time, they had a very open mind. And then we had to go to church for Mass, but at the same time, when we were in the church, we were allowed to read our own books. So one of the books that I read, I was reading The Middle Way. And through that, I learned a lot about Buddhism. And my knowledge of Buddhism is at the KG level. You all are, members of the Buddhist Society. You are all very learned. But my life has been spent with children, caring for them, working with the teachers, working with the house mothers. And that's how I spend my life. And in a way, His Holiness always used to say that if you are born as a human being, the most important thing to do with your life is to do something purposeful. So I always kept that in my mind, and I thought serving the Tibetan children, the future, His Holiness always refers to the children as the future seeds of Tibet. They are the future. So I spent my life, 42 years looking after the children, but then it was something which gave me more than what I could sort of offer them. And this work has been of great benefit for many young people. And today you're seeing a number of them who are here, and one of them is very important. He's working in the Buddhist Society. He's Ondu Tsering La, and I've been in touch with him in the last couple of months. They invited me, and so it's thanks to them that I'm here with you all today. And then also I would like to tell you that, for us, the greatest inspiration in our life, for every Tibetan, I think, it's His Holiness. And His Holiness, he has, done a lot to promote the Tibetan issue. And then at the same time, of course, he has been somebody who has, spoken about Buddhism all over the world. And he has opened the door for many people to know about Buddhism. But then at the same time, he's not a person who is a Buddhist missionary. He doesn't believe in converting people. The best example of His Holiness is one which I will share with you. He has these kind of, meetings with scientists from all over the world. And at one time, there was a scientist from South America, and he asked His Holiness a question. And he asked His Holiness, what is the best religion in the world? And of course, the scientists expected His Holiness to say Buddhism. But then the scientist was shocked that His Holiness didn't say that. He said, the best religion for anybody is what makes you a better human being. That's the best religion for you. So that's the kind of person that His Holiness is. So that's the spirit that we all have to, try to live our lives with. And so this is what I wanted to tell you. But then at the same time, His Holiness, having come into exile, he has, always said that one of his, he has few, commitments. And the commitment is, first, it's human values. Then, secondly, he says that it is with the religious harmony among the different faiths. Then third, being a Tibetan, he says, the Tibetan issue is very important for me. The Tibetan, situation, as well as the Tibetan environment, all that. And then lastly, he says that, the promotion of Indian ancient wisdom. And that's his 5 commitments. And this is something which I thought I would share with you all, and just to remind you. And then, of course, many of you have come from far away. And then also, I don't want to, I'm not a lecturer. I don't, I don't like to, I don't know much, so I don't like to give long speeches. So once again, thank you for coming here today. And it's great to meet all of you. Thank you.